I can imagine the list of people you have worked with. Are there a set of tools that you particularly love when you're creating your art?
Well, I'm a makeup junkie. That is me and my coworkers are makeup junkies. So I am a brush snob now. Listen, I will spend, know this, when it's your craft, this is what you're known to do, you're going to spend that money. I have spent $100 on one brush, one damn brush. And let me tell you, it was worth it because certain clients won't allow you to use previously used brushes. You should know that. There is one actor, singer, famous singer, I won't say her name, but famous singer who, when you're hired by her, she absolutely will grill you on your brushes and your products. Every eyeshadow, lip liner, lip brush, all of it needs to be brand new. And you need to have it still in the package when you see her for your appointed time so she can watch you take it out. So don't get caught up with, well, this is just too much. Yes, when you start off, yes, it is. It is. That's why you working the way you working, so you can squirrel away out of those checks that are not yet union checks, but you squirreling that away. And every 4 to 6 months, you include a new brush into your folder, a new eyeshadow. I personally, when I use higher end makeup and products, I use them on higher end clients and actors and performers because they expect it. I have my high end stuff. I have my medium where it can go for everyday or bridal people. And then I have my background that is still pretty decent for background, but it's not elf. No shade to elf, but it's beyond the $5.99 for. I mean, I even treat my background like they royalty up in here. They get a little Fenty every now and again. So I have three, maybe four different kits, hundreds of brushes, about 7 or 8 different set bags and miniature bags. I always use an assortment. If drugstore is kicking it, then guess what? I'm gonna buy some drugstore stuff. I'm gonna buy the best quality of what it is, with the exception of my higher end client. They just expect me to have Chanel. They just expect me to have Tom Ford. They don't want to hear anything else. Matter of fact, they wouldn't hire me. And same thing too when you get agents. Agents want to see your work. And that's a whole nother conversation in and of itself because it's good for you to know a little bit about a lot of different things so you can get your foot in the door and don't get caught up with one type of makeup application. Definitely get your hands on as many different ethnicities and ages. Because believe it or not, when I was in the retail world in makeup, it's the women that were over 40 that paid the bills, that called me as their clients for whatever, the mayor's ball, a chapter ball for their sorority, maybe a military ball for their significant or their husband or wife. I got called for that with people who economically can afford to pay me the prices, and never go back on your prices. Your price is your price. Your education, your experience, your knowledge, your tools, that predicates why you charge what you charge. They don't ask Louis Vuitton why they charge what they charge, so they shouldn't be asking you why you charge that. If that happens to you, politely thank them for their interest, but I'm not the one for you. And there's no harm in saying that. I'm not. I'm not the person that you should be. It's good to have discretion. It's good to have discretion and pick and choose in life, period. Stand apart and know your worth and know your stuff. Know your craft. You don't know how to put a ball cap on? Guess what? You better find a class. You can't afford to take that class? Find out when the next class, start saving them pennies. Maybe cut out Starbucks. Maybe cut off Netflix for about 30 days, 30, 60, 90 days. I've had to make sacrifices. We all have. And the older you get, you realize what's important and what's not.